Hello and welcome back, motherfuckers. So we're revisiting Ana, okay? It may seem a little bit rushed, but I did the video a while ago, right? And my Ana changed quite a bit. Yes, to answer the question, I still am using her. And you may think, wait, you still don't have SEO? No, I do have SEO. I have SEO here, level 1 for advancements, right? Yeah, I don't use her, right? Like, I don't think SEO is that good. I'm joking. SEO is fucking amazing. I got lucky on stream and I got quite a few SEO advancements, right? I'll put in a part in my video where I include the summoning highlights for her, okay? Other than that, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. The format is pretty much the same. At the end of the video in Is It Worth It section, I'm gonna have a Cerberus T10 run with Ana so you can, see how all that shit works. And yeah, enjoy the video. This is what I get. I can tell you this much. SEO. Guaranteed. SEO. Here it is. SEO. I'm telling you, I ain't playing with you motherfuckers. It's SEO. It's a gun. Oh, it's a no wait, yeah, it's a character. Not even close. Not even. I fucking told you it's SEO, right? Bro. It's like I fucking told you. Ain't no way. Okay, this one you can call lucky, right? Because I did not have any rate ups, any boosts, anything. I just got it in before it's SEO. Ain't no way. I don't get her for fucking months, and then as soon as I say I'm not gonna use SEO because Ana is better, all I'm starting to get is fucking SEO. That's actually fucking wild. Fair enough, yeah. What the fuck is this? The fact that they got another SSR. It's another cell. Bro. Nah, ain't no way. I go 1,700 summons with 0 SEO, and in the span of 50 I get 3 of them. Nah, the game is taking the piss. The game is fucking making fun of me. Nah, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. Be so, bro, if I get another SEO, right, I'm spending money again. It's like, because at that point I want to see how far the game takes me. It would be so funny to get SEO A5. It's actually not even funny. It's an okay, it's an SSR. But this one was a soft pity, so this was expected. Two purples. Pretty good. Fuck this game! I swear, which one of you motherfuckers work in this company? Who works for Netmarble? You motherfuckers did it again. I swear, every time I say something on fucking stream, it happens on game. Okay, so let me go over Ana's advancements. I'm not really gonna get into her skills. If you want to hear more about her skills, you can go back to the first video where I talk about her skills more in depth. That still stands. The fact of the matter is most of your skills don't matter. The only one that really matters is the ultimate, because this is what applies your corrosive poison. As far as her passive goes, right, the 6% here, it doesn't really proc all that often. You're not gonna see 10 stacks simply from this, right? For damage dealer, it's kinda important. For a support, it fucking means nothing, right? You really need her advancement 3, and because corrosive poison, while it's good, right, it deals good break damage, it deals decent support damage, right? But the thing is, the 10% decreased defense, you just need it to really shine as a support, right? Her advancement 1, more or less kinda useless actually. The immobilize doesn't do anything in most parts, with few exceptions, but it's not that big. The break damage is good. You break faster. It's really nice. enhanced corrosive poison. This is what you need to make her like really usable. She's usable before A3, but A3 just pushes her to another level. Simply because of that decreased defense. She makes her damage dealer shine. Attack, good, you know, increase poison damage, pretty much that's it. Her fifth one is actually kinda useless because her ultimate doesn't really do damage anyway. So this is how my Anna's stats look like, right? She's 55k power. I basically just pushed attack on her. Her attack is really quite high. So this is my gear, right? I'm running her with Destroyer and Aquarine. Important to note before somebody fucking screams at me and starts disliking the video. Oh, false information, false. These, if you already have someone in your team running these, right? These don't stack, so you're not gonna get double effect. But a lot of the time, she's the only support that I use in my team. So she gets full benefits from this. And of course, when I use her with Ming together in a team, the Aquamarine set overlaps, you know. So just something to keep in mind. Let me get over her armor, right? For her armor, you're really gonna wanna go for if you're building her as a standard damage, you're gonna go attack, crit damage, pushing her crit rate. If you're building her as a support though, right, you really just need to focus on the attack. The crit rate, crit damage doesn't really matter, but it is a nice bonus for when you need to do damage with her. So it really sets you're gonna go with. If you're building her a standard damage, right, you're gonna go Black Lions or crit set. These are pretty close together, right? I'd say Lion is a little bit better, right? So for just standard damage, this is the best option. If you want to build her as a standard breaker, right, obviously you go for the break set. The break set actually works very well on her. The way I use her, right, I use her as a support with the Destroyer set, right? It's really good in my opinion, right, to just use her as a support to push other characters a little bit further. Now the other sets, right, not worth it because this reduces attack. This one is irrelevant because her basic attacks are really bad. The ultimate, she doesn't really benefit because her ultimate already kind of keeps her stacks at maximum if you play her right. Shield, she doesn't have shield, so that does nothing. Okay, so that's a quick rundown. Now for her accessories, right, it again depends on how you're gonna play her, right? If you're gonna play her as standard damage, use Beast followed by Red Eye, right? Those work great with her poison because they stack attack. This one, Beast always outscales Red Eye. Red Eye is only good for quick bursts of damage. Beast is better over a longer term of a fight. If you're building her as a well, honestly, this works for every style you go for. If you don't have anyone else in your team running Aquamarine set, right? For a support, I'd recommend using the Aquamarine set. Behemoth and Skeleton, I don't really like that much. Skeleton simply because you need to take damage, and sometimes taking damage is not always an option, right? And Behemoth, if you're using her just kind of as a breaker, right, you don't really get that much benefit from Behemoth simply because you only see it after 70%. So at the start, it does nothing. Viridescent could work. She could definitely benefit from lower skill cooldowns, and she's not mana hungry. So I feel like that could do, but it still wouldn't be as good as just the attack percentage increase from Beast and Red Eye, you know. So another thing to keep in mind. Even Aquamarine actually just kind of gives more. So yeah. Now quick rundown on her weapon, right? Obviously she doesn't have an SSR, right? So I'd say just go for an anything that raises attack, right? These like the longsword, steel longsword and the sword, right? They're pretty fucking decent options. You really only want attack. I did mention in the first video about using the book. I can still mention it, right? Because the book is not bad, especially for that first ultimate proc, right? It does speed it up a little bit, and as the damage from the poison isn't really all that much, it's a good alternative if you want to get her ultimate out as fast as possible. I don't find that problem, honestly, after the first ultimate. The second ultimate, usually by the time I switch back to her, the second ultimate stacks up naturally, so it's mostly just for the first ultimate. So basically you're exchanging the extra attack, right, that may help with your poison damage over the slightly faster first ultimate. So, you know, but that's also really debatable on how you build it, right? The book is slightly worse in my opinion if you're using Destroyer set, which you should if you're using her as a support. But it is slightly better actually if you're going for the attack set or the break set, or you know, the other sets I mentioned. But for the destroy set, I think you don't really need the book's acquisition rate. So it's just that. So before I go over, right, is she worth it, right? My Cerberus tier 10 team, right, that I used in the video, that's gonna be somewhere around here in the corner, right? I don't yet know where. I'm still working on that. So I used Anna. Obviously, you can look back on her shit, right, in the previous sections in the video, right? Whatever. I use Min. Min is Holy set plus Aquamarine. As I said before, don't double up like Aquamarine sets. I simply do that because I don't want to rebuild them every time when I use them, because I sometimes use these separately. Okay, it happens. Surprise, right? Now his stats are decently high, 15k HP, right? Could be more, but that wasn't really the focus. My biggest focus was getting his crit damage up, because he actually gives that crit damage to others. So if I make a video on him, I'll probably share, you know, how he works, because he is not completely straightforward. Now I used the book for the weapon, right? I could have made his weapon, but I decided the book is more accessible. Plus, I like the book. The book is definitely the best SR weapon for hunters out there. So, you know. Now, what I used for damage was Cha, obviously, my main damage dealer. As you can see from her power, it's 80k, right? She fucking carried me, whoop-de-doo. Who could have been surprised? She's advancement 3, which is the highest power tier per tier. I made a video on her the other day. I had her at advancement 2, so she wasn't at exactly as powerful as she could be. So she's much more powerful now. I think in that video she was 63k power. So, you know, something to keep in mind. I really invested quite a bit since the last video. She carried. That's not really the point, right? She obviously carried. She's the damage dealer. She was supposed to do the damage. Even in the first Anna video, I said Anna is not gonna carry you. Anna is kind of just the support. Her job is to break some supplementary damage. That's it. In this case, she broke, and she also applied the debuff, right? That's all I needed from her, and then Cha did the rest, right? She made Cha shine by doing her supporting, right? That was the point. For reference, yeah, like if you want to reproduce it, like as I said, like there's a previous video, the only thing that really changed is my bracelet. And if you think that 80k power, in my case, okay, 80k power is a lot because my main character is 88k power, so that should put things into perspective for you, just saying. So now, do I actually think she's worth it, right? I use her for quite a bit. I have some sort of bias with her. I think she's really fucking good. If you have her below advancement 3, she's not quite as good, right? Because she misses that enhanced corrosive poison. You really need that. But I do use her in quite a bit of content. Somewhere here on the screen, I'll paste you my score from Battlefield of Time. I actually got second place on the tier 5 Cerberus with her. Keep in mind that the other players there are all like a really similar power, right? Like the 3rd, 4th place, and they're using meta units, right? The 1st place guy, we don't talk about him. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the most geared players out of all the servers, because he definitely really fucking spends money on the game. But I'm just basically, you know, making excuses here at this point. But yeah, I use her in quite a bit of things. Seo might replace her eventually, but for now, you know, I use her. She's pretty good in, from my experience, she's pretty good in, like, in Cerberus tier 10 as well, right? She works well with Cha, in my opinion, right? At least, you know, I used it and it worked honestly quite well, because, you know, if a unit just, you know, does something for the team without you having to use it, I think that's a pretty fucking good unit. But yeah, you know, enjoy the rest of the Cerberus run, right? I'll fuck off, I'll leave you to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave a little bit more clarity on this, you know. And I hope you have a fucking nice day. Bye.
たいかもね。嫌な予感がする。
天がお怒りです。自由の光落ちたわね。すべての者たちに祝福を。
これで終わり。剣はっ決まり。チャンスは一度きり。はっ光の剣。さて行くわよ。こんなの日常茶飯事よ。